Okay, on example 3, we have to solve each one of these for y so that we can graph it. So draw your line down your inequality sign. And let's do minus 5x. We're going to follow the same steps every time. You're going to subtract your x and then divide by the number in front of y. When I subtract the 5x, it equals 0x, so I can mark it out. I carry this whole thing down. A lot of people forget to carry down the negative, so make sure you carry down the negative for y. It's greater than. Now remember, we wanted an ilm(x) plus b, so I'm going to do the ilm(x) first. So negative 5x plus 4. So we subtract the x, divide by the number in front of y. I'm going to say it again. We subtract the x, divide by the number in front of y. So I've already subtracted 5x, so now I'm going to divide by the negative 4 all the way through. When I divide by a negative, I have to flip this sign because that's just a rule for inequalities. So write yourself a little note, flip. So it's y is now less than or equal to. We're going to leave our slope as a fraction. I'm going to simplify it a little bit though because I see negative 5 over negative 4, which negative over negative becomes positive, 5 over 4x. And then 4 divided by negative 4. You can put that in the calculator. It's negative 1. Okay, so our slope is 5 over 4, and our b is negative 1. So let's look at this inequality sign. Less than, equal to. Less than or equal to. The or equal to tells us it's solid. The less than means it's going to be below. So in the triangle, or in the calculator, we'll pick the below triangle to have it shade below. Okay, so let's graph it. We're going to start with negative 1. And then do 5 over 4. So that means I'm going to rise 5, run 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, run 4. There's another point. We can also do this on our calculator. You would put it in like this. Alpha y equals, for the fraction, 5 over 4x minus 1. Then pick the below triangle. And graph it. So down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do a solid line. And shade below. Okay, let's do the last one. We need to solve this for y, so follow the same steps. Subtract the x, divide by the number in front of y. Subtract the x, so we're going to subtract 2x. If it's a negative 2x, we would add 2x. So you always do the opposite of what 2x is, or whatever x is. So 3y is greater than negative 2x plus 9. Then we divide by 3. Y is, we didn't have to flip the sign because we didn't divide by a negative. It's positive 3 that we're dividing by. So it's going to stay a greater than. Negative 2 over 3x. Leave your slope as a fraction. The number with the x is your slope. Leave it as a fraction. But the b is 9 divided by 3. I can divide that. It equals 3. So our m is negative 2 over 3, and our b is 3. So it's going to be greater than, that's our symbol. So it doesn't have or equal to, so it's dashed. Greater than means above. So we're going to do our greater than triangle in the calculator. It looks like this. So we can put it in the calculator in Y2. Negative 3 over 2x plus 3, negative 2 over 3. And then make sure you shade it below, no, above. Hit graph. Okay, so we can graph it on here also. So start at your y-intercept of 3 and go down to over 3. Down to over 3. Down to over 3. Up to left 3. Up to left 3. Up to left 3. And do a dashed line. And shade it above. And look at our double shaded area. That's our solution. Any point in this area is part of the solution. So they want us to check these points, 2, 4. That is outside the double shaded area. So it's not a solution. 0, 0, not a solution. Negative 1, 7, not a solution. Negative 3, negative 5, not a solution. So it's none of these. But we could name a random one. Let's say we want to do like this one right here. 6, 0 would work. We could do 4, 4 because it's on the solid line. So there's an infinite amount of points that could be in the solution set. You would just have to name them.